Assalamualaikum, and it's me again, Hijazi. Now today I would just like to spend a minute or two to share with you a particular technique that the Prophet, peace be upon him, used to use as a communication technique for his Sahabas. And this is what we've been doing these days, and this is what we call visual illustrations. As a financial planner, sometimes I used to take a pen and paper and I will just draw lines as a concept that I wish to present to my prospects or my clients. So the interesting part about this is that this is not something new, because the Prophet himself had taught the use of visual communication 1400 years back. And this is where I would like to highlight to you that there was this particular hadith in which the Prophet tried to illustrate about man and the context of his life. So what the Prophet did was he actually drew on the sand with a stick. He drew a box, and this is where I'll try to illustrate to you. So what the Prophet did was actually he drew a box, and he drew a circle in the center of it, and then after that he actually extended this line, straight line out of the box itself. So it will probably look like this, right? So what happened was that after he drew this, the Prophet just drew lines cutting across that particular line itself. So the line looked like this. So this illustration that was done by the Prophet himself was to illustrate a very important concept, and that was that as he explained to his Sahabas, was that man, which is being pictured here as the circle, is being constrained by a lifetime, which is portrayed by this square itself. So man is constrained by his lifetime, but his hopes and aspirations is being represented by the line here, an extension here. So as you can see, even the line that extends out of his lifetime will probably be never ending, because human beings have a lot of hopes and aspirations. In fact, if they can live a lifetime, they probably have a lifetime of hopes, dreams, aspirations and such. But while we have all those hopes and dreams, the Prophet also highlighted that these lines are actually all the afflictions and the tests and trials that can happen to a man. So it can be things such as poverty, sickness, perhaps even the loss of loved ones and such. So all these trials and tribulations are meant to just dampen and just to perhaps disappoint men's hopes and dreams. And this is what the Prophet wanted to show. And he indicated also by the hadith that he says that if one calamity or one trial or tribulation does not hit the man, there'll always be another one waiting just to hit him with it. And even if he were to escape all the trials and tribulations that life has to offer him, he will still be caught up with health or growing of age, growing old, or even death. So this was a very simple illustration that the Prophet used as an indication or as an illustration to portray the concept about man and hopes and how it affects him. So this is one of the techniques that the Prophet used, and I'm sharing this with you. And inshallah, in my program, The Awakened Speaker, I'll be sharing more of these very powerful, empowering techniques on how you can communicate your messages better. Inshallah. Assalamualaikum.